Welcome to Common Sense News this day with me, Vivian Atut. This morning we bring to you news headlines from across the globe and here on the African continent. Top stories. Number one, the United Airlines extends its tentacles on the African continent following its debut on the continent a few months back. It's now moving into different African countries following a deal with local carriers. In other stories from the US, we have seen the US on the 27th of September launch what is called its National Manufacturing Week from the 27th of September would last up to the 1st of October, whereby they showcase manufacturing capability. Stakeholders work across manufacturing floors to appreciate the value chain of manufacturing and its role in employment and in growth of the US economy. Globally, again, we saw yesterday the WHO release a report on COVID update, week on week update. And good news is we have seen globally a decrease of 10% in the number of new COVID-19 infections. We have seen a decrease in the number of deaths related to COVID-19, and the trend continues to decrease week on week, and all eyes are on next week's report in anticipation of further decrease as the world continue to fortify efforts to deal with this COVID-19 pandemic. In other news from West Africa, Nigeria, Africa's most populous economy, we have seen elections around the corner, and the North-South presidential rotation issue is at the fore of a dispute, fight, contention amongst governors in Africa's most populous state. Watch out as we look forward to the end of the term of the current President Buhari in that country. Locally in South Africa, this day we see various political parties intensifying campaigns across the nations, vying for different seats in the local government elections that will be held on the 1st of November. Lots of promises. Other political parties call it commitment, like the economic freedom fighters. But whether these are just promises or commitment, it's anyone's guess, and the voters will be watching out to see whose manifesto resonates more with them. And we know that different political parties have got different loyalty groups that stick to the party irrespective of the issues, like in the ruling ANC, where we have seen lots of cries about issues of corruption, issues of lack of service delivery, and keeping promises that were made in 2016. But how this elections goes is anyone's guess, and all eyes are on November 1 as different political parties continue to crisscross the nation in an attempt to woo voters towards the different political parties. Again, today, the president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, has just authorized the release of the Digital Vibes report. The SIU says there would be investigations and suing against various members of the Digital Vibes company, especially Anba Pillay, who is one of those named in the report. How this unfolds, we have already seen the axe falling on the head of former health minister for his role in the Digital Vibes scandal. It couldn't have come at a worse time, whereby the nation is putting together resources to deal with issues of of COVID-19, and the same resources that are supposed to deal with issues of COVID-19 are being stolen by those in whose hands and in whose custody the nation has entrusted with taking care of these resources. How that unfolds, how responses to the report and the reaction of the SIU, South Africans, and the world at large will continue to watch the space. In local tourism in South Africa, we have seen various stakeholders saying tourism should not just be for the wealthy. And this was, according to the Deputy Minister of Tourism, trying to see how can tourism be expanded in a way that even low-income South Africans can benefit from tourism, especially domestic tourism, where South Africa has got a lot to showcase the world. Watch out for more news updates from Sunburst Africa. Subscribe to our news channel. Subscribe to Sunburst different premium article products. Subscribe most especially to our YouTube channel, Common Sense Africa, where we bring you different issues analysis from a common sense perspective. We also bring you news headlines from across the globe. And until next time, keep subscribing, keep liking, keep tweeting, keep sharing what you would like us to discuss on Common Sense Africa. Thank you for joining us.